Yo Rana, and welcome to FM20. Hope you're all doing well. We've not done well, so this is the kind of end of season wrap up. So no games. This one's going to be quite a short, but not sweet summary of what we've managed to not achieve this season. Basically, you can see from the table level, you'll know from the last video anyway, that we've been relegated. 14 points. Not a good state of affairs at all. Not even a really good attendance either, so at least not many people watched us suffer like this. We've been relegated. We don't know whether Tupai are going to get relegated or not at this stage, because I've not got right to the end of the season, just got to a kind of nice stopping point so you can see most of the things. But how's this season gone for us? Well, we didn't start with Mahisha, did we? We started with the Feral Cats, and because the Feral Cats were expecting top of the table, or at least a challenge for that, and we were only achieving mid-table, with a ton of draws. You can see they got 13 draws, most of them we got sacked, and then whoever they replaced us with has also just kept them mid-table, so it didn't quite work out for them. We took over Mahisha, and they're already bottom. They already had 14 points. So if we look at the schedule, I took over here. Oh, we don't need to see that match, we've already seen that one. Plus 4-1, 4-2, and then 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. We tried a few different tactics. Nothing really worked for us. We had a pretty poor team, to be fair, and we're going down. So next season we're going to be playing in the Championship. So, yeah, a sacking and then a relegation from a separate team. So pretty good season there. No silverware, nothing like that. In terms of who we'll be playing against next season, we're going to leave these big teams. So Hitiraa won the title, Manue and Skybright's probably closest, Humpbacks as an outsider there. But we will be in the Championship. There are going to be some seamless edits in this because of childcare. So Ace Chance going to replace us. Magdalena might replace Tupai, but then we've got former Premiership sides like Bora Bora, Meow, Papite. Some bigger sides like the Tuamotun Island Exiles who play in their kind of national stadium as well. Hitiraa might be going down there. So the Gods from the Marquesas Islands. Because they're going to be in the playoff against the Rangiroa Sharks who got promoted from the Silver last season, so they're kind of rocketing up the leagues. Rangiroa is also where one of Tahiti's only vineyards is as well, so you can get some local wine from there if you get past the Sharks. The Terrors pushed them close, but didn't quite make it up there. We've got a few senior teams in here along with the Hangavines. And then down here in the Silver, the Tahiti under 23s are being relegated, and there are no other senior teams here apart from the Tikau Mantas. Now, they didn't do very well, but they were playing against some fairly well-established under 23 teams by this point. They didn't get promotion because although they're the only senior side, Huahine Islanders under 23s have room to get into the gold because Huahine are in the Premiership, so it's not like the senior team's blocking them from going up. They can't go above the gold, no matter how long Huahine stay in the Premiership. They can't get into the Championship because they're not a senior side, but they can get into the Gold League, which is why the Mantas have struggled. So for them to be promoted, they need to be above all the other teams that have that kind of gap, that space. Inter-Island Cup is going to be against the Humpbacks and Hitiraa. My money's on Hitiraa, considering they've won the title. Huahine have won the Super Cup at the start of the season anyway. Winwood was won by us, but before I was manager, so I don't get to claim that as silverware. Leeward by Taha, the Vanillas. The Shellfish, the kind of billionaire-backed Shellfish, won the Mutiny of Pride against the Sharks, so we're doing well to get there. And the Youth Cup was won by Manue under 23s. That takes us kind of all the way around, and if we look at the O League, how do we have to search this again? There we go. So the holders are Manue Society because they've won it this year, if it lets me show you that. So they beat Auckland City 1-0 in the final there. Andy Valette doing pretty well across the competition. And if we look at the tree. The quarterfinal stage, Hitiraa got knocked out of the quarterfinals there. Manuel went across, so they'll be benefiting from some of the money from the Club World Championship when they're playing that. If we look at the French Cup as well, see how this went. I think I've mentioned this before, but it doesn't matter if we win it. So if a team from Tahiti wins it, they don't suddenly get to qualify for Europe because they're not a European side. They can't get round and through in that sense. Let's see, the 8th round or the 7th round did they go in? So there's definitely some there. So in the 8th round, Emmanuel went out to Amiens. Let's see, is there anyone else? See the 7th. Oh, yep, just Manuel that we can see there. Yeah, I'm going to show you youth intake in a second, so I'll be back just for that. Okay, so here we are with the youth team. Well, it's the under-23s. We signed most of the youth prospects. So basically around 14 years is part of that intake, and it looks like they're rated quite well, but it's just because actually our team is pretty poor in some cases. For example, we've got Nino Benoit up here. Mentally looks quite good, but Tarkiman which would be good, 6'1" already, which would be good, but Florian Hamill doesn't look amazing, to be honest. Gaetan Devo could be useful. You might get go if you need cover on the right hand side. Dominic Carton might be good if you want to play with that attacking midfield, like in the hole kind of position. Depends what kind of tactic we go for, really. Theo Vidal is probably my favourite one of the intake. He's only 5'3". He looks like he'll actually be a good right back or wing back. And we've also got Alexandre Chevalier, who is not the greatest, but he's also left back, and they are like gold dust. And a few others. We've got like Alexandre Perier's nothing special. Enzo Bernard, likewise, nothing special. Sofiane Pons could be alright. Got Oliver Rapp, who might be a good goalkeeper cover. This one is kind of hidden away, so he's all the way down here for some reason. But actually, no, I think he is my favourite. Jonathan Boissinot, midfielder, defensive midfielder. He looks pretty good. Take free kicks, got good technique. Yeah, exactly. Baby agrees. Determined, leader, good vision, good teamwork. Naturally fit. Lots of areas to improve though. His tackling could be better. His aggression and strength could all be better. But areas we can improve on. But he could probably slot into the team now, to be honest. So in terms of a current squad as well, there's only a few players I think are worth keeping. So Xavier Marshall is rated as being quite good. He's 6'4". He's not actually proved that he's any good. I know. So we'll probably keep hold of him. Kylian Jacquet will probably release. He's meant to be really good, but actually he's just stealing a bit of a wage there. Olivier Echeverry, he looks good. We'll keep him. Laporte Frey is also pretty good. We'll try and keep him. Tissot, if we could get rid of, that would be amazing because he's on £300 per week and he scored 6 goals and he's just not up to it. If we look at it by contracts, we've got quite a few that expire this year. So a lot of these ones will probably go, even though Oscar Dumont looks like he could be alright. I want to reshape the team in my own image. So lazy is probably what it's going to be. But I need to get rid of some of the deadwood so I can bring more in. I've not got much room in a wage budget currently, so I need to do this. Disappointing thing is there are some players like Tissot who are claiming a pretty big wage, but we can't really get rid of because he's got that control unless someone comes in for him. So there's quite a big core of the team that I can't really shake. Even players like, Lacona, he could be worth getting rid of at the moment. Matteo Clement, he's on 300. I'd happily get rid of him. I think Echeverry's better than him. So we've got a bit of clearing of the deadwood to get rid of. Tactics-wise, I'm going to leave that for the next video, actually, because what's going to happen in the next video is I'm going to show you the original save from, I think it's FM12, where I was playing as Mahishia and my brother was playing as Tetaroa. He sent over the save file recently. I've just not had a chance to record anything to do with it, but I can show you what's going on there. And one of the things I'm thinking of doing is trying to use the tactic from that squad with Mahishia. So I could just go back to my aggressive hoofball wide diamond or 4-4-2, which is a good fullback. But I want to see if I can replicate the tactic I had in that older version. I might even play a match in that video. So that's what we'll have in the next video, and then the video after that will be the start of the season once I've done all my kind of recruitment. But to be honest, I've actually done a lot of that. I've actually gone ahead of time, done that, and this is just a save I had at the end of the season. So I have actually recruited a lot of players, and then I thought about doing that tactic thing. So I'm missing a few players currently, so I need to find a few more before I finish with that. But as always, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for putting up with the kind of choppy edits in between. Nappy changes, wait for no recording schedule. And I will see you in the next video.